how do you prepare ahead, and how do you have a more transparent conversation with just these three things to talk about at the beginning before you even get this business from the homeowner? Let's talk about it. There are a lot of you who lose your listing, who lose the opportunity to work with your client in the future, or even to get a price drop or extension on your listing because you don't set it up right from the beginning. And I know in some areas right now in Florida and Texas, California, in different parts of the United States, we're watching homes stay on the market a lot longer than what we're used to. I know a couple of my agents in Tampa, Florida, are having that problem right now. So let's jump right into this one. I'm Tristan. This is Your Daily Real Estate. It's a podcast. It's a show. We go on for 5 to 10 minutes almost every day. And then I've got a great document for you on this one. I'm going to be looking at it and reading from it. I may share it with you here, or I may not if you're listening, so don't worry. It's called the Transparent Listing Appointment, and it's a framework that goes over three things. This I made just for me because I kept towards the beginning, midway, I've been in this business 23, let's say around year 11, which was just coming out of year 10, year 9, coming out of that whole massive recession we had, where we had a lot of foreclosures and a lot of short sales. I realized I was taking these listings and they were staying on the market a little longer, and sometimes I would lose them. And so I started looking back and saying, what are the things I need to talk to the homeowner about at the beginning so we can get ahead of it and hopefully price it right using data and some logic, trying to take as much emotion away from it. And then once I tested this out, it started working, but I had to get comfortable with the process. Here it is, 3 steps. Number 1, it includes multiple things here, so pay attention. Number 1 is what sold, what didn't, and why. Here's what I do. I have a column that says sold last 90 days. So I show the price, I show the address, I show days on market, how many days were these homes on the market, and did they have price cuts, and at what time did they have price cuts, and then how long after did they sell after the price cuts? That's important. We don't usually talk about those details. I show it to them. And then the next part that we sometimes glimpse over or we rush through, I would say glimpse over and don't even present, expired and withdrawn data. That's important because if I'm looking at one that's 180 days in, 200 days and more, and then I show the client and I say, look at the price difference, right? The one that sold in 31 days had one price cut and sold for $838,500. The price cut was from $849, and then it sold for $838, right? But maybe it went up, maybe it went down, depending on where we're at from that second price. Now we go to this other one that's been on the market for 180 days, and I've got here 949,000. That is way overpriced. So here's data telling the story for you. You show, hey, you can be in this level right here, or you take a look at these amazing homes. In some cases, they're beautiful, but they're just way overpriced. And we're just going to waste your time, my money, right? And your efforts, and just this whole process, you're going to end up frustrated. I don't want you on this side where you expire or withdraw it. I want you on this side where it's sold, hopefully in the timeline we're looking at, because we priced it well, right? What sold, what didn't, and why. The why part is what we missed. Number 2, my numbers versus market numbers. And this one has gotten easier because we didn't have AI when I started, or even halfway through my career, but now you could just jump into the MLS and then on the side have Gemini or Claude open, or you can even open up the MLS inside of the Comet browser and then just tell it what to do, which is, hey, I'm looking at my numbers for me specifically, all of the listings that I took in the last year, in the last 2 years, or all the listings my brokerage took in the last year or 2 years. What were the average days on market? And sale to list ratio. Those numbers are important. Now, this is where you decide, depending on your numbers, is it something that you want to lead with? Or is it something that maybe you don't bring up because you need to work on that ratio, the list to sale number? But if I'm looking at my metrics and my average days on market where I have it at 18, where the market is 41. By the way, my market is 52 days on market, and ours right now is 32. So we're ahead, so that we definitely show that. So average days on market, we show it, and then sale to list ratio, 99.2%. That's me. And then our market, 97.4. Right? It's not too bad. There's a discount there in some cases. And then so I explain this and I say, hey, this is how this works. I don't know that anybody's ever shown you this, but let's take a look at this, right? That's important, transparency. And number 3, the price band reality. Here's what I mean by that. Your numbers you put on one side, and then who you'd compete against today. Here are the 7 actives, right? Your number that we're looking at, and then just the 7. And here's sometimes what I do and I recommend that you do. Out of the 7 that are active, let's pick the 2 that are the closest to the price that your client wants to be at. And then let's go see them like they're buyers. Let's go view these, because when you go and view them with your client, they take a look at it differently. And like, oh, they've got this, they've got this. Oh yeah, the layout's better than ours. You know what? This is our competition. Maybe let's actually price it right. It makes a big difference, and nobody does that piece. So I have my agents sometimes do that when they have the opportunity to. So the price band reality, I go with one price that I recommend, boom, and then the 7 actives. Now at the bottom here, when you get this sheet, you're going to see something. It says the top of the 875 to 925 band, right? The width of it. That same band where 4 of the last 5 listings expired. So if you take a look at the expired section at the very top, this is what I tell my clients. When we're looking at this range of prices of where we should be, even though you're going to see Zillow say something, Redfin say something else, Realtor.com say something else, we want to be closer to reality where things have actually sold. So when we're looking at this and we're looking at our actives, which of the actives, play a game with them, which of these active listings do you think will sell based on the numbers that I just gave you at the beginning? You tell me, and which ones will expire or be withdrawn or canceled contracts. And then you'll see if they relist, if they have the emotional endurance to relist, they'll list at a reasonable price at that point and sell it. But they went through a whole process, right? So the price, right? The price band reality. That's what I call it. You can call it whatever you want. Take a look at this. And here I have at the bottom, I say it out loud. I have these as a reminder for you. It's in quotations. It say, I'd rather lose this appointment than have you find this out in 6 weeks. And we're going for price. Price is so important right now. Next, here's the part other agents won't show you. And they won't. They won't show the expired, withdrawn, or canceled. And they won't show you the sale to list ratio typically, or average days on market for you, for your brokerage. And then the last one I have here, you don't have to take my number, but I want you to see what the market is going to tell us. I think that changes it, right? Because sometimes they feel like, well, damn, that's the number that Tristan wants so he can sell this thing fast, because he doesn't want to be here forever. So he's just watching out for his best interest and he wants to just sell it. And I have heard that. I say, no, I don't want that. What I found is it's a curve. It's Mrs. Seller, Mr. Seller. What I found is it's an emotional curve. As homes stay longer on the market, you get more emotionally irritated. You get drained. You get angry because more and more people are coming in to see your home and they're not buying it. And so there's this curve and we peak at a certain time. And I don't know what that is. But when we peak, then we go down. And that emotional curve affects our relationship, because you're going to say, well, you're not doing a great job on marketing, right? Because you're going to want to blame somebody because you put your home on the market with me because I'm the expert. So this is me being the expert. Your price needs to be right here in order to sell it in the market we're in. That's how you have to describe this. Sometimes we're just not transparent with our sellers and they need to hear it. Hopefully this helps. Again, 3 sections. The last one's the price band reality. You can change it to whatever you want. Some of my agents don't like that verbiage, but I'm thinking of changing it to the range. Have an awesome day. If you need this, let me know. Message me on Instagram or in the comments on YouTube. Have an awesome day.